Kinder.
Hansel and Gretel. Once upon a time, a very poor woodcutter lived in a tiny cottage in the forest with his two children, Hansel and Gretel. His second wife often ill-treated the children and was forever nagging the woodcutter.
There is not enough food in the house for us all. There are too many mouths to feed. We must get rid of the two brats.
She kept on trying to persuade her husband to abandon his children in the forest.
Take the mice from home so far that they can never find their way back. Maybe someone will find them and give them a home.
The downcast woodcutter didn't know what to do. One evening, Hansel and Gretel had overheard their parents' conversation. Hansel was so shocked, but comforted Gretel.
Don't worry, Gretel. If they do leave us in the forest, we will find a way home.
He slipped out of the house and filled his pockets with little white pebbles, then went back to bed. All night long, the woodcutter's wife harped on and on at her husband. At dawn, the woodcutter led Hansel and Gretel away into the forest. But as they went into the depths of the trees, Hansel dropped a little white pebble here and there on the mossy green ground. At a certain point, the woodcutter said, "Hansel and Gretel, I will go and get some more wood there." And the woodcutter gave his children a piece of dry bread and left. The two children really were alone in the forest. Night fell, but the woodcutter did not return. Gretel began to sob bitterly. Hansel felt scared, but he tried to hide his feelings and comforted his sister. "Don't cry. Trust me. I swear I will take you home, even if Father doesn't come back for us." Luckily, the moon was full that night, and Hansel waited till its cold light filtered through the trees. "Now, give me your hand. We will get home safely. You will see." The tiny white pebbles gleamed in the moonlight, and the children found their way home. They crept through a half-open window without wakening their parents. Hansel and Gretel were tired but thankful to be home again. They slipped into bed. Next day, when their stepmother discovered that Hansel and Gretel had returned, she went into a rage. Stifling her anger in front of the children, she locked her bedroom door, reproaching her husband for failing to carry out her orders. The weak woodcutter protested, torn as he was between shame and fear of disobeying his cruel wife. The wicked stepmother kept Hansel and Gretel under lock and key all day with nothing for supper but a sip of water and some hard bread. All night, husband and wife quarreled, and when dawn came, the woodcutter led the children out into the forest. However, Hansel had not eaten his bread, and as he walked through the trees, he left a trail of crumbs behind him to mark the way. But the little boy had forgotten about the hungry birds that lived in the forest. When they saw him, they flew along behind, and in no time at all, they had eaten all the crumbs. Again, with a lame excuse, the woodcutter left his two children by themselves. I've left a trail like last time, Hansel whispered to Gretel consolingly. But when night fell, they saw that all the crumbs had gone. I'm frightened. I'm cold and hungry, and I want to go home. Gretel, don't be afraid. I'm here to look after you. Hansel tried to encourage his sister, but he too shivered when he glimpsed frightening shadows and evil eyes around them in the darkness. All night, the two children huddled together for warmth at the foot of a large tree. When dawn broke, they started to wander about the forest. Hansel and Gretel tried to find a path, but all hope soon faded. They were well and truly lost. They walked and walked. Suddenly, they found a strange cottage in the middle of a glade. This is chocolate. And this is icing. The starving but delighted children began to eat pieces of candy broken off the cottage. Isn't this delicious? We will stay here. They were just about to try a piece of the biscuit door. It quietly swung open. Well, well, haven't you children a sweet tooth? Come in, come in. You've nothing to fear. Unluckily, the sugar candy cottage belonged to an old witch. This cottage is a trap for catching unwary children. You are nothing but skin and bones. I shall fatten you up and eat you. You can do the housework, then I will make a meal of you too. Luckily, the witch had very bad eyesight, and Gretel smeared butter on her glasses. She could see even less. Let me feel your finger. Every day, the witch checked if Hansel was getting any fatter. Now, Gretel had brought her brother a chicken bone. and when the witch went to touch his finger, Hansel held out the bone.
Hansel, you're still much too thin. When will you become plump?
One day, the witch grew tired of waiting.
Gretel, light the oven. We are going to have a taste roasted boy today. Gretel, run and see if the oven is hot enough. I can't tell if it is hot enough or not.
The angry witch screamed at the little girl.
Ah! Useless child. All right, I will see for myself.
But when the witch bent down to peer inside the oven and check the heat, Gretel gave her a tremendous push and slammed the oven door shut. Gretel ran to set her brother free, and then they discovered something special. It was a huge candy egg, and when they opened it, there is a casket of gold coins inside. We will take this treasure with us. They filled a large basket with food and the treasure, set off into the forest to search for the way home. This time, luck was with them, and on the second day, Hansel and Gretel could find their way home. Oh, your stepmother is dead. Come home with me now, my dear children. The two children hugged the woodcutter. Promise you will never ever desert us again. Hansel opened the casket. Father, we're rich now. Hansel, Gretel, and their father all lived happily together ever after.
It was a close call. From now on, I will never, ever eat children again. It's yummy.
The end. Please like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get new video updates. Thank you for watching. Bye!